Hey y'all, so let's make some smothered chicken my way. Here I'm adding some adobo, here I'm adding some Creole seasoning. Now as far as the measurements, I don't know the measurements. I season everything with my eye. I eyeball everything. So you can season it the way you like. This is my way. Here I'm adding some black pepper. Here I'm adding some garlic powder. Now next I'm going to add me some onion powder. Now it took me about, I would say a little bit over an hour to make this meal, so it didn't take long at all. Here I'm adding some oregano. I'm gonna add my complete seasoning. I'm gonna add just a little bit of cayenne pepper. I'm not gonna add too much. Don't need it too spicy. Alright, now let's rub all those seasonings in. I always use a glove to rub the seasonings in because I just hate the feel and the smell of the seasonings on my hand. That's just me. You don't have to, but I do. So here I'm just gonna rub all those seasonings in. You see that? Yeah, you see that. Now I'm gonna dice up 2 green onions. Look at my baby. He just having the best time of his life. He's so precious. Alright, now that is done, I'm going to transfer the green onions into my little pink bowl. Alright, so let's cut up a couple, I would say a slice or 2 of the red bell pepper. So we're going to dice these in small pieces as well. Alright, now that is done, I'm going to add those ingredients to the little pink bowl as well. Now I'm going to chop up some green bell pepper. I'm just going to use the rest of it. that is done, I'm gonna add these ingredients to the bowl. And now we're gonna move on to our onion. Alright, so we're going to add the onions to the bowl. And we're going to set that aside until later. Oh, also, I love cilantro, so I'm going to add a couple pieces of cilantro. Here I'm using olive oil. I'm going to pan sear the chicken thighs that I seasoned, give it a nice color. And I do have the skin on, and I like a crispy skin, so I'm going to, I pan sear it skin down first, and then I flip it. Alright, now that I got my chicken thighs in, I'm gonna let this cook, I would say, for about 5-6 minutes. I really don't time nothing, I don't measure nothing, I just do my thing. Alright, this is some time later. Honestly, I didn't look at the clock, but I'm going to show you how the chicken looking. So far it's nice and golden. I want it a little bit more brown. So I say about maybe another 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to leave it in the pan. Alright, so it's been about 3 minutes, I say, more or less. And look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's how I like my chicken looking. It's nice and golden brown. It's juicy. Yeah, you go ahead, girl. Period. Look at that. You see them juices flowing? I know you see it. Alright, so now the chicken is done, but it's not done. The middle is not fully cooked. I didn't cook it all the way through because I'm going to add that to my homemade gravy to complete my smothered chicken. Alright, so I'm going to add all my onions and peppers. I did scrape some of the burnt pieces out of the pan before I added the onions and bell peppers. Here I'm going to add a little bit of garlic paste. And now we're just going to saute everything up. So I'm going to add some all-purpose flour to my pan and then mix that all up. I'm not going to add too much all-purpose flour. I don't want it too thick. I like my gravy, I get more like a thickened sauce. So I'm just going to saute that all together. Now in my red bowl, I added some water. It had the seasonings that I seasoned the chicken with. So I just added the water and mixed that up and then added that to the pan to give it more flavor. Alright, so once my sauce thickened just a bit the way that I like it, oh, and I did add just a little bit more flour, just I would say like a teaspoon. And I'm going to add the cilantro. I love cilantro. And then I'm just going to stir that in as well. Alright, now that the sauce is thickened a bit to my liking, I'm going to add the chicken. And I'm going to let this simmer on medium low heat for about 10 minutes. And now here's the final results. My version of smothered chicken. I also made some string beans and some white rice to go with it. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all all have an amazing night.